myself. Slaves are free. Says who? Lincoln. We must get to Lincoln's army. 5 days. Through this swamp. There are many ways to die in a swamp. There are many ways to die here. I will not be afraid. What can a mere man do to me? Follow the sound of Lincoln's cannons. My family is with me forever. I will look in triumph at my enemies.
Bukele first came into power in 2019, and for nearly 2 years, he's overseen a vast and brutal crackdown on gangs.
Human rights groups are dismayed, as are relatives, as more than 65,000 people have been arrested over the past year.
Across the country, more than 70,000 people have already been taken into custody, proudly trumpeting the huge decline in the country's murder rate.
March 25th, 2022, 87 people were murdered in El Salvador in retaliation for the government seizure of 2 bus routes in the capital, which gangs extorted for revenue. The perpetrators were members of MS-13, that ruthless criminal group we all know operating out of this country and across its borders for decades. But amidst their formidable reign, Salvadoran President Nayib Bukele and his government obliterated this gang and its nefarious network with just one move. One move that had changed the course of this nation's history forever. Inception. February 1980, Archbishop of El Salvador, Oscar Romero, wrote an open letter to then U.S. President Jimmy Carter, pleading with him to halt military aid to the Salvadoran regime. Romero expressed in this letter that the U.S. was supplying aid to the very people who were taking over El Salvador and oppressing its people. At the time, the Spaniards were in control of El Salvador's resources while ruling Salvadorans with an iron fist. Romero sought peace for his people, but tragically he paid with his life, as he was assassinated just 3 weeks later.